So I decided to do this live. Hello, chemo beanies. How you doing? So this live is to talk about social media and self-esteem issues. Thank you everyone for joining. So I decided to do this live today because of what's been happening this weekend as scarf attitude. Thank you everyone for joining. So I decided to do this live today due to it being Valentine's Day weekend. And on being on social media, I was noticing a lot of people posting certain things that was happening for their Valentine's Day. Thank you, ladies, for joining. Sandra, and it's her. It's me, her. So a lot of things that I was seeing on Instagram had me, questioning social media. There were so many people on social media saying how down they were about Valentine's Day and how unhappy they were about their Valentine's Day. So I currently have two Instagram pages. Hi, this girl's thriving. I have two Instagram pages. I have one which is my personal Instagram where I, show my kids, my boyfriend, my personal life, and I started this new Instagram page to share my breast cancer journey. So on this page, I just talk about my breast cancer, and I was doing the comparison when I went to my personal Instagram page, which I follow celebrities and other people that's not going through the struggle. They were traveling, they would have a good time, they were showing what their boyfriends was giving them for Valentine's Day. And with me and my condition right now, is not a good time for me to travel. Hi, love me some. Hi, Not Today Pink. Thanks for joining again, Not Today. So when I went to social media on the breast cancer journey, I had a lot of women send me comments or even posts about self-love, how sad they were, how they weren't having a good day on Valentine's Day. And I was like, you know what? Social media right now is affecting a lot of people, including myself. Normally for Valentine's Day, my boyfriend and I would do something. But honestly, this weekend, I was myself down because it was Valentine's Day. And I was on social media looking at what everybody else was posting that I couldn't do at this current time. Hi, Pink Ain't So Pretty. So it made me feel like, what is this social media doing to me? Because at this point, I'm looking at what everybody else that's not in my situation do on a Valentine's Day that I can't do. So I decided to do this live to talk to some of you ladies, to have you even request to join me. How was your Valentine's Day? How is social media currently affecting your self-esteem? It's not really affecting my self-esteem, but I have to say Valentine's Day, it did affect me. Because if I'm looking at everybody else who's out in Mexico and people are traveling all over the world, enjoy Valentine's Day, and me, because of my issues with my health, I'm restricted to being home. I haven't taken the vaccine yet. I'm very worried about traveling. So that made me stay at home and not do anything. But at the same time, I was looking at these other people's pages that weren't in my situation and started feeling a type of way. And as women, we do tend to look at social media and compare ourselves to other people and kind of see whatever's going in their lives and maybe sometimes judge what's going on in our lives and try to compare it. And at this point, it could lead to self-esteem issues. Hi, Bear and Styling. So I just wanted to have this live to talk to you ladies and see how social media has affected you. And if it hasn't affected you, how have you kept it from affecting you? So with me, what stopped me from how it being so detrimental or affecting my life is that I created a separate page, which is this page that I'm currently on now. That page, I follow breast cancer women. I follow women who's in my same situation. So when I'm looking at that page on a daily basis, there's not much of a comparison or a feeling of, oh, there's people that's doing more or self-doubt, because we're all in the same situation. They're talking about breast cancer. They're talking about chemo treatment. They're talking about overcoming it. So that's more relatable to me. Now, when I go on my private page, I'm looking at women talk about other stuff that right now I can't do. Traveling or doing their hair or going to partying and doing everything else. And looking at that page, I can't relate. Prior to being home, yeah, that was my main page. I had that page for years. Whenever Instagram started, I had that page for years. But this current page I have now, I just started a month ago. And my breast cancer page, I feel so liberated. Because the personal page I had, it was just about my made up pictures, fully made up, my cute outfits. That's what they saw in that page. They didn't get to see the somewhat natural me. I never did a live on that page. There were certain pictures I had to kind of look through and skim through and make sure those are the pictures I want to post to the world or to the people that think everything is going well. When this page, I feel more liberated. You know what? If I feel like doing a live and not having my full lashes on and my makeup, I could do that. If I feel like just being myself on this page, hi, Build Ford. So I'm able to, in this page, be myself. And that's what I wanted to talk to anyone. If anyone wanted to request to join me about social media. Because as women, we tend to compare ourselves. And we have to remember, a lot of these women and things that we're seeing on social media, it's all fabricated. It's fronting for the gram. It's just people wanting other people out there in the world to think, oh, this is how I really look. This is how my life is. And in reality, it's not true. How many times we see celebrities posting all these pictures, or even it could be a friend, someone you know, posting pictures of videos of how great their life is. Hi, Build Ford, tough. So a lot of times we see these people posting pictures like their life is so grand, and then 2 weeks after you heard they break up. But you've seen tons of pictures throughout the week or the months or days that their life was perfect. Or you thought it was perfect. So what I'm wanted to discuss today is that a lot of times what we see is not true. We see these women on social media looking beautiful, not taking away from the women that actually do. There are plenty of women that's out there beautiful, but there's a lot of them that's not. They're putting filter, they're having the right angle, now they have lighting, they have special camera phones. And we tend to look at these women and compare ourselves and tell ourselves, oh, wow, she's gorgeous. Oh, she's not going through anything. And it's a facade and a fake image of these people where now we're going through stuff. Maybe we're going through hair loss, weight gain, and the comparisons start happening where we lower our self-esteem. So I'm here to tell you, ladies, if you are being effective in a negative way for social media, hi, Thelma, we talk about social media and self-esteem issues. So if you're having any issues with social media, and feeling a type of way because you're seeing everybody else living their best life or looking a certain way or doing certain things you can't, my best suggestion to you, and what's worked for me, is following people that's in the same situation as you. If currently right now you're going through chemo, you're going through breast cancer journey, and you're having a tough time in life, those are the people you need to be following. Sure, sometimes you're going to follow people that's not going through that as an escape or even to inspire you to do certain things in life. But when you're going through a tough time, you need that community to follow. And it's helped me following women that are talking about breast cancer, me following women that has a journey, who's going through it. I could help, I could support, compared to me looking at a woman every 5 minutes, posting pictures and acting like her life is the best. So this is what I'm saying. A lot of times what we follow is what is embedded in our head. So we need to stay focused and feel like, hi, 5 cents and Venetia. So I feel like right now, following the people that have the same situation as you is what you need to do. So Scarfitude said, so true. So hi, Divine Beauty. So we're talking about social media and self-esteem issues. And what I was telling the ladies that currently on my life, we need, as women, we have issues regardless. We have self-esteem issues, self-image issues. But on social media, it intensifies. And we kind of put ourselves through that by following people that are not in our situation. Like for me right now, if I'm following someone who's constantly, hey girl, hey Divine. So if you're following someone who's living their best life, who's traveling, who's basically showing off on the gram, and you're down in your dumps, that is not the person to follow. Unfollow that person. Stop following that person. Focus on following people that's going to uplift you, empower you, and who are also in the same situation. If you have issues with self-esteem, you shouldn't be following all the booty models or the top models, because that's not going to help your self-esteem. You need to find people that is also in your journey and who can inspire you to become better in your journey. So right now, this channel, this Instagram page that I currently have is really helping me, because it's helping me build a connection with women in the same situation. It helps me deal with what I'm going through and able to communicate with other women going through. I'm able to learn from these same women that's going through the same thing, because prior to that, my personal Instagram page, I had to turn it off sometimes. because I was looking at it and I was like, really? It's COVID and these people out there in Atlanta, some of them in New York, partying and doing everything else with no mask and living their best lives. And here I am protecting myself, my family, and I'm stuck at home. So I had to stop for weeks, look at it, because it brought me down. Because I was like, you know what, Farrah, I can't travel now. I can't do this. But then I'm seeing all these people on my feed, including celebrities where I'm not even on their status, doing these type of stuff. So I was like, you know what, I need to create a new page, follow women that is in my situation, communicate with them. So when I post, look, I'm down because it's regardless of what's going on in this world, these women are able to relate to me and be like, you know what, I'm going through the same situation, but keep your head up. But if I'm in a different page and I'm following all these women, or it could be men or whoever, who's not in the same situation, it's hard for me to relate. So Scarfit2 said, I think she said, I think as when we first need to self-love. Nobody can love you as you do yourself. True. Carver says, so true. I have stopped following people and started following vacation rental properties and travel sites for motivational. Thank you. So that's exactly what it is. Follow people that is going to motivate you. And again, maybe those women that you're following motivates you. It could be, look, I want to follow this woman because this is what I'm inspiring to be, regardless if she's working out, she looks a certain way. But when you notice that is bringing you down, or you start comparing yourself, that is the issue. Following someone that inspiring you and it's positivity that may not have exactly what's happening in your life, it's positive, but you're fine following that individual and comparing yourself. That is when the issue starts. Thank you, ladies, for joining. So when you start seeing that happen, this is where, you know, I need to put pause on following that individuals and start following people that is more positive. And it's not hating. It's not like, oh, well, I don't want to follow this person because I'm hating on them. No, because you're not at that place in your life now that you could relate mentally or physically with them. So this weekend, a lot of women were sending me comments and messages saying, oh, I'm down, I'm single. And again, it was because of everything they were seeing on Instagram, all the women getting gifts, because I wasn't getting those type of comments the week prior because it was a Valentine's Day. So everything was even a bigger issue this weekend when everybody else, you were looking at their feed, or whoever you were following at that particular time was posting all the stuff that they got from their boyfriends. So you start feeling the type of way if you didn't get something, if you were single. So with that, if that's your situation, or you feel like, oh, I'm going to be really down because Valentine's Day, try not to be on Instagram that day. Or no, and we all know the type of people that we follow. We know the ones that's going to post up their whole day on Instagram because it's Valentine's Day and post how much their boyfriend spent, what he did, and everything else. So those are the type of people you need to think twice about following. So Scarfit2 said, I remember being depressed the first 2 years of my treatment. I had to self-discover my life after surviving cancer to thrive. Correct. Especially us right now, where we're going through a fight for our lives. And again, social media is also entertainment. I like watching, I like watching and following other people that I'm like, oh wow, and you want to see the grand life, you want to see things that's different than you. I like following the celebrities, I like to know what's going on. Again, there's nothing with that. Hi, Papa. However, if you feel following these individuals, ladies that just joined, we're talking about social media and self-esteem issues, if you have any. But if you're following these individuals and you feel like when I do following them, instead of they're not inspiring me to do better, or you're like, wow, this is something this person accomplished, I want to see how they did it. But if you follow them, you sitting there, you just going through your phone and you have dislike to what you're seeing, you're feeling down, you start comparing yourself like, oh, her makeup look better, her hair look better, her body look better. Once you start questioning yourself with that person, you know right then that is not a person you should be following, or that you should be like, look, let me put this phone down or put that on pause and do something else. Because at this point, you are not comparing yourself to a picture or a video that may not be factual. And let me let you know today, ladies, if some of you don't know already, a lot of these things that we're seeing these gorgeous women. And again, I'm not saying these women, some of them are not. A lot of them are filtered. They're perfect angles. They're just perfection. Like they don't even have a wrinkle on their face. So you're looking at yourself. You could be going through something. You could be having acne at that particular time. Your eyebrows could be off, no lashes. And you're looking at this person and constantly, because what we're doing and not realizing, we're kind of like mentally abusing ourselves. That's what it is. You're doing it on your own because you're following this picture of beauty when you have numerous people that you're following, whether it be celebrities or women that at that particular time you don't feel you look like. There's nothing, you're not going to feel any other type of way but down at that particular time. There's no way you're going to be uplifted by that because you're not feeling good about yourself. So in order to even be able to follow some people or look at certain things on Instagram, you have to be happy at the place that you are now in life. So when you do see those pictures, it's no longer, oh, she has this, I don't have that. It's kind of like, oh, she's beautiful, but I know I'm beautiful too. Oh, she is beautiful, or she does look good, or her makeup looks nice, but I know I'm as equal as what I'm seeing. So you don't let yourself get down. Because I had too many people emailing me, sending me messages this weekend. And mind you, it's people I don't know. It wasn't people that I knew that was saying that. People that was, oh, I'm down and out. I need some support. Or I'll see people post stuff saying they don't have a Valentine's Day. Again, that was my page that I'm currently on doing the live. But on my personal Instagram page, it was everyone having a great old time. So this is, again, a comment, request to join me. I just want to know if anybody at this particular time feels social media has affected their self-esteem. Or not even their self-esteem. It could maybe sometimes bring you down. Who do you follow? Who do you feel is inspirational to follow? Who do you feel there's no need? So, real see, when I got breast cancer and had my mastectomy, I had to stop watching shows like Love and Hip Hop. I would cry because I didn't have breasts and these women were perfect, but I've learned to love them. Okay, so real. Let's talk about that. One, no one's perfect. Let's get it real. And I love Love and Hip Hop, and Housewives of Atlanta. I want to do a live on that too. A lot of them are not real. Now let's be honest. I would say 90, and that's a high number, of these women that we're seeing on Love and Hip Hop and Real Housewives of Atlanta and all these models is fake. They get their butts done, they got likable suction, they got their waist done, they got everything done. Things we're not doing to ourselves. One, because we can't afford it. Two, we don't want to do it. And three, our self-esteem is actually higher than them because we haven't subjected ourselves to those types of surgeries. Thank you for joining. So when you said that about Love and Hip Hop, I watch it, and I watch it for the fashion. I watch it basketball. I watch a lot of stuff. Hi, Emily. But the issue is, watching that in your head, you said the word that these women are perfect. They're not perfect. No one is perfect. Trust me, they're hiding a lot of stuff that we hide. Hi, Green. Thank you for joining. We're talking about social media and self-esteem. So, real, your statement saying that these women are perfect, take that out, because right then, that in your head, you're thinking these women are perfect. They're not. And the fact that you said because they have breasts, they have fake breasts. Okay, a lot of them have fake breasts and done everything. And let's start thinking, women, if we want to look like them, we actually could. We could look as good as these women do if we decide to spend that type of money on the doctors they spent money on. Let's not get it twisted. We all could look good if we have money. We all could look better if we had money. A lot of these women have makeup artists contouring their whole entire face and looking like somebody totally different. They got their lips done. You talk about Love and Hip Hop. Look at Carly Red. Her face looks totally different. She looks like a Muppet. So all these women are doing all these things to their bodies. And hi, Frankie. And we're looking at them. We're talking about social media and self-esteem. So we're looking at all these women on TV and thinking, oh my God, they look great. They look perfect. And reality is they look perfect in your head. I don't personally don't think they look perfect. It's because they had the surgery. So all of us on this live right now, if we want to look like any of these models, all we need to do is go to Dr. Miami and get our butt and breasts done. But again, a lot of us can't afford it, and a lot of us don't want to take the risk. So we need to take that out of the word perfection. Because these women, and the crazy thing, as much surgery as they do, they don't got a man. And they're on TV talking about they don't have a man. They're on TV talking about how insecure they still are after all that surgery. So how do you spend tens of thousands of dollars on your body? And a lot of times they're getting that body to get a rich man to take care of them because it's all about image, especially in Atlanta. So for you to, how unique, so you spend all that money to get a man or think you're going to get a man and you still don't have a man. Or you get one, he cheat on you with somebody whose body's as fake as yours. So I don't get it. So, and it's competition. I don't know anybody living in Atlanta, but everybody in Atlanta got a fake behind to me. That's all I'm seeing. I live in New York. It's not as bad, but in Atlanta, that is the thing, the big butts. So when we sit there and we look in our butt that's not as big, you got to think, a lot of these booties are going to drop in a couple of years. Scarfitude said they are insecure in the first place. Exactly. So when I see these women whose bodies are looking like deflated or inflated and look totally fake, I don't look at them and say, oh, they have high self-esteem. I'm like, I have a bigger self-esteem than you do because I didn't go out and do any of these things to myself. You may think you look better than me, but I could bet your life that you did not look better than me before that surgery. And in my head, you still don't look better than me because you had to go buy whatever you had. And let me tell you, when you were 60 or 90 years old, all that is going to drop to the ground. So these women that's going in there and do all these booty stuff to themselves and doing everything, they don't realize in a couple of years, how are you going to look when you're 80? Heidi, how are you going to look when you have your grandkids? How are you going to drag that behind with you? Now you're going to go there and deflate it like K. Michelle. I'm not sure if everybody know about K. Michelle, but K. Michelle had her butt done. Hi, princess. And what happened? She had complications to where she had to do all the surgery and get rid of her butt. Now she don't even show her behind. So we need to love ourselves first. And sorry if you see me swing. It's kind of hot with my turban. But first of all, we need to love ourselves. Learn not to compare ourselves to women that are superficial. And not only that, they are very insecure that they went out and got surgery done to look a certain way. Hi, princess. Hey, girl, you sure? You're sure? Yeah, I'm right. I mean, and then the thing is, we have now been brainwashing ourselves, looking at these women as entertainment, and then we compare ourselves. I do it too. I compare myself all the time. I go in after an hour watching a bunch of big butts and 26-inch waists and big boobs. You look at yourself in the mirror like, oh my God, okay, well, my butt is not as big as hers. Oh, but then I think, you know what? So what if my butt is, at least mine is real. I could sit on mine and feel comfortable. It's not hiked up in the air. And again, a lot of these women, what happened? They don't have a man. They still on Instagram acting like they're enjoying their life. And at the end, they're not enjoying their lives. They're struggling as much as we are, trying to find a relationship, trying to find a man. And their life is in chaos. So, and again, it's not only a comparison looks. We compare ourselves with wealth. We're watching all the stuff of all these women, boss women, doing these things. Again, if that is something that you are not in a state of, in life right now to do, become a boss and make the type of money that they're making. If it's something you're inspiring to do in the future, like, look, I want to follow this person because I know eventually I'm going to be making the type of money that person do. They inspire me to make that money. That's fine. But if you're sitting there looking at them and thinking like, look, she making all this money, I'll never get there. And you sitting there watching the TV like, oh, I don't like her. So that is not the show for you. So Green said, I am in mine. You can see those she said, see those for booties from down. Thank you. Those booties are beyond ridiculous. And I mean, the thing, we could talk about the butts business. The issue that I don't have any daughters. I know some of you may, is how girls nowadays are viewing what is beauty. Girls, and especially black, and there are white girls out there too, I'm assuming. The whole rave right now is the big butts. Not the big butts. It's the fake big butts. That is my issue. Because little girls right now, that's all they see. That's what they're inspired to. It's what beauty is right now. And me being a dark-skinned girl, what I look on Instagram and see is light skin, long hair, big butt. That is what beauty is right now. When you look at the Cardi B's, the Meg Thee Stallions, and everybody, the Nicki Minaj, when you line them all up, they all look the same to me. They all got long weaves to their waist. Their butts is fake. Everything's done up. They all look the same. At this point, I look and I don't know who's who. So we have young girls right now looking at that, and we have kids who have Instagram, young kids who have Instagram, looking at these things and thinking, oh, this is what I need to look like or inspired to look like. And if I don't look like that, I'm not going to be considered beautiful. And if you have dark-skinned daughters like myself, they're not even up there. They're not even close to being what is ideal as beauty online. So that's why I follow certain pages like Dark Skin Beauty and certain things, because I'll see women my complexion on those pages, but what happened to them? I see them, but they got something fake. So you got to kind of look at what's out there and start loving yourself and being happy with what you have and embrace what you have. So when you encounter these women on the street, like Green said, in Miami, you could see them. You could see them in the club. You could see them on Instagram. You still have confidence in yourself and your value, what you have. And again, if anybody on here have a fake butt, that's fine. I don't have a problem with that. That is what you decide to do with yourself. That is not something where I'm saying it's wrong. But don't make women like myself or anybody else that's natural out there who didn't do any artificial work on themselves feel insecure about it. And women who haven't done anything to ourselves, we need to now learn to embrace what we have and think twice before we do something. Like right now, I have implants. So of course, my breast is fake. But that is fake due to the breast cancer. Now, prior to the breast cancer, I had real breasts. Now, if I never had breast cancer, I would have still had my droopy breasts because I had 2 boys who was sucking the life out of them after I had gave birth. So my breasts would have still been droopy and they would have been mine. But I wouldn't have thought of putting something foreign, which is implants, into my body. But however, because of the breast cancer, I didn't want to stay flat and I put the implants in. So again, I don't think negatively of women that are doing these things to them because again, it's their bodies, not mine. I'm not worried about them. I don't know them. They're not related to me. They're not my kids. That is your business. My issue is if you're doing this to yourself and you want to show your whole body on Instagram, one, don't lie and say it's real because we all know you can't have a 26-inch waist and your weight and your butt your butt is 42 inches. Like that's not even possible. So that's one, don't act like it's real. And number 2, don't make the natural women feel bad. And women, as we have so many struggles going on right now in our heads as far as breast cancer and everything else, we need to remain confident. We can't let the world bring us down. We have another stuff that's bringing us down, but we can't let ourselves bring us down by looking at things that's not factual. And again, with social media, there's so many ways someone could take a picture. Sometimes somebody take 20 pictures before they had that one picture, the right angle, the right lighting, the right contour in the face to post. And we just within 1 second look and be like, oh my gosh, she's beautiful. Look at her. Everything's perfect. Mind you, she had to take 20 pictures, filter it 3 times, fix the light, do the contour, make sure her weave tracks don't show before she puts that one picture. But then we see it and we think that is perfection. Or we think, oh my gosh, she looks great. But we need to realize that there's a lot of stuff that's happening behind those pictures and not to equate ourselves to that. And I learned that throughout COVID. And the reason why I'm saying now, because COVID, you had time to sit and think and look. Prior to that, I was doing my own thing. I was going to work. Throughout the train, I would scroll and look. Whenever I had free time, I did it. So it was kind of like, oh yeah, she looks good. Oh wow, look at that outfit up. And then I went about my business. But with COVID, I lived on my phone, looking at Instagram day in and day out and feeling down on myself. The days I couldn't work out, I'm like, oh, here you go. Farrah, you're going to get fat. You're going to gain weight. I start putting down myself. And then when I go on Instagram, all I see is women at the gym, working out, busting, looking good. And I'm just like, here I am. I can't because I just did treatment. Oh, I can't because I'm tired. I'm thinking, oh my God, I'm just going to sit and gain weight. Now, as far as fitness, and ladies, jump in, chime in, request me at any time. I want to talk about that because I follow a couple women and they work out a lot. Great. I give it to them. Kudos to them. But while looking at that, what I started noticing that's a pattern in 1, a lot of them are single. 2, a lot of them don't have kids. 3, if they do have a man, he's also someone who's at the gym. So right then, I said, Farrah, you need to stop feeling sorry for yourself because you and these people that's working out every day all the time, you are not in the same situation. So Kyle said, very true, the whole bare face movement is now a thing. I'm like, no, you are just late to the party. Yeah, well, I am late to the party. We'll talk about the bare face after. But right now, when I'm looking, again, I'm not taking away from anyone, but if you are a mother of more than 1, young children, you have a husband, and you have somewhat of a full-time job, and you were able to work out every day, and you in excellent shape, hit me up. I need to know how you're doing it. I need you right now. Send me your info because I need to know how you're doing it. Because when I'm looking online and I'm seeing these women, great shape, working out and constantly posting them working on their workout regimen, I scroll down and you don't have a man. Not saying that should take away from you working out. You don't have any kids. If I didn't have any kids, I could work out every damn day and be the same damn shape and doing chemo. That's another thing. I'm doing chemo, so I can't compare myself to somebody who is constantly working out. So that was one thing that I've noticed I did to myself, was constantly looking at people working out in great shape and feeling bad because I wasn't able to work out every day like they did. But then I'm like, Farrah, you work a full-time job. You have a son, 2 sons. You have one that you're homeschooling. You have your mom who has knee issues that you have to run errands with. You are sometimes tied to your treatment. How do you expect to work out every damn day? You are comparing yourself to a single woman who go home every day, who doesn't have anything to do, and she has to work out to keep herself entertained. So I need to start readjusting my life and my thoughts and stop comparing myself to someone who doesn't even have the same things on her list. So now to answer Kava's question, bareface. Now, as far as not wearing makeup, I am a makeup wearer. Right now, I am somewhat barefaced, but of course, I put my little lipstick on to match my outfit. I've been on social media for a very long time. Oh, Scarfitude said, our body can't do the same activity like us. Thank you, Scarfitude. And I just noticed that. I literally, during COVID, noticed I can't do what these women in great shape are doing. And I don't have the same lifestyle. So I said, Farrah, you work out when you can, and that's it. Yeah, I look at it for motivation. Since I don't feel like workout, they might be like, you know what, Farrah, push yourself a little. But I can't compare myself to somebody with a great body and saying, oh, she has a great body. I don't have a great body. As her, I want to constantly work out, but then I know I can't because I'm doing treatment and everything else. That made no sense. So I just stopped doing that. But as far as bareface and makeup, now, and this is to answer my friend's, comment. I've been on social media for a very long time. Instagram. I don't remember when, but I've been there a very long time. I have not shown my face without makeup on my personal, not this page. Y'all see me without makeup and everything else on this page because I feel comfortable. But on my personal page, I have not posted a picture without my makeup. Now, if it is one picture, maybe one, and I don't know what happened to me that day and I did it, but I didn't. And because it's that image, like, these are people I knew from college. These are people I knew from high school. These are my coworkers. They need to see me always looking good with my makeup. So all my pictures on my my personal page is all me dolled up. My outfit, my laugh, everything. You won't see a bare face like this. This, to me, you won't see that on my personal page. So my life that's what it was. It was more about, I want to post all the nice pictures. So when I came into this, I started my breast cancer journey and sharing my story. I started this social media page and I started looking. I said, Farrah, maybe you need to be yourself on this page and not all dolled up, because these women that's following, they're real. They're not gonna just accept you all dolled up, because eventually somebody's gonna come out of their face and be like, why she always got on makeup and all dolled up? Is she going through cancer? True. So I said they need to see your vulnerability and see that there's different avenues of you. There's times you could be dolled up with your lashes and your hair looking cute, and there's days you could look like this. There's days you could be totally barefaced. And I exposed the truth about myself on this platform. And it felt great. It felt liberated. I was like, oh my God, here I am with the camera right up in my face. And I'm not even fully made up. And I've done lives and other stuff where I'm not even have lipstick on. And I felt comfortable. Women were saying positive things. It wasn't so much critique. Like what I like about when you follow people that are in your situation, breast cancer, regardless of how your picture may look, it might be a picture of me laying in bed looking tired or not looking at myself. No one is judging. No one is looking like, oh my gosh, she looks tired. Oh God, look at her face. Oh, she don't have no makeup up. Now, my old social media page, people would do that because they're not in my journey. They don't understand. They're like, oh my God, Farrah's always dolled up. Why she posted that picture? Oh my God, what happened to her? But in this page, people embrace the natural you. People are happy to see you comfortable. Like I see women posting half of their boobs. Like I'm not gonna do that. But I see women like posting their heads bald with chemo. And I'm like, wow, these women are not ashamed to post their reality, to show their world, their vulnerability, their transparency. So that's what I do in this page. I let you see me dolled up with my makeup, with my YouTube testimonials. But when I do my lives, I try to, look cute because that boosts myself. But I also have times where I'm just like, look, this is it, throw my turban, and here I am, barefaced. So again, this this page has made me vulnerable. And it has helped me remain vulnerable. It made me even more confident in myself. Like, look, you don't have to be dolled up for someone to like your page and put a good comment about you. You could be yourself and still have people be like, wow, she's a good looking woman. Oh, wow, she's confident enough to let everybody see her face without her makeup. So that's what we need to start telling each other, ladies, that we need to start standing in our truth, whatever that truth may be. We need to start being confident. We also need to have a community around us that is in the same journey, because that would help us, that would support us, that would also let us stand in our truth. Because right now I feel very comfortable being on this live. I've been running my mouth now for 43 minutes, and it's very comforting. And I have people who's joined my live last week, who's joined my live this week, and make me feel comfortable to share my story. And again, I always say, if anybody want to join me, so far, all the lives, I've been the one doing all the talking, but it seems like people like to hear me speak, so then I will continue to do so. But again, if anybody wants to join me on any lives in the future, just send me a comment and be like, look, let's do a live together. Again, not everybody's comfortable being in the camera. You could request to join me as a live and just put the camera off, and then I'll have someone to talk to. I'm also going to be posting a new video on YouTube. Stay tuned to that. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel, Surviving Breast Cancer in Stilettos. So I think I'm done for today of my live. I think I've been running my mouth too much. But if you have any topics you want me to talk about, or you want us to talk about together, have a beautiful evening. Enjoy your evening. Watch something good. Have a glass of wine. Go look at some of my videos on YouTube, Surviving Breast Cancer in Stilettos. And I'll see you next time. Bye, ladies.